how do you feel about student unemployment and debt today?
I feel that it is in dire straits. I mean, me being a current college student, I'm already broke. I don't have money. I only get I only have jobs that are supplied either around campus, around the community. So by the time I get out and have my degree and plan on going to graduate school, I'm probably already going to be in debt from loans. And then I'm looking for a great job, and then I won't have a job because of all the student loans and grants and stuff you have to pay back. So people will not want to hire you, especially if your credit score is bad and you have no money. And I just feel that, you know, Claire, we need your help to fix Young America, because so many of us need jobs in the day and age the way the economy is. So if you could come out and support and just speak on campus to fix Young America, we would really appreciate it.
At Eastern Illinois University, public university in Illinois, one of the most cost-efficient universities that there is in Illinois to choose from. And currently we have one of the lowest tuition and fees rates, and even I am in debt $21,000, and that's all in personal debt. That doesn't take into account Parent Plus loans, and you know, those are going to be loans that are going to be paid off. I'm a senior, about to graduate, don't have a job yet. I'm a major in finance with a minor in political science, and even though there's growing businesses and the economy is getting a little bit better, it's still pretty weak, and not everybody's hiring for, you know, specific financial analyst positions, or at least, you know, positions I'm actually interested in. A lot of the positions currently are just more sales or financial advising, which is more fee-based and commission-based rather than actually having a salary-paid position. So that's still of a concern to me. The unemployment rate is still high. I know it's reported a lot that's, you know, in the 8%. For the people who, if you take into account the people who stop looking for work, period, they're not into that statistic. So it's actually more double digits potentially to be unemployed. And, you know, I'm not going to go into that bracket because I still need a job. But that's what we need your support for, Mr. Colbert, that you have that ability to gather in people, you have the media behind you, and you do have young people behind you. And I hope you do take our words into consideration from all these different interviews that are taking place, that we do need your help. We need to, you know, get that issue from the students out there. We have to establish an unemployment rate that gets lowered, and, you know, overall we just need your support.
And you'd want to go to college, you want everyone to go to college. That's kind of the part of the American dream. And we want to go to college so that we can get a job afterwards, but instead all we're finding is that more and more college students are just incurring tons and tons of debt. And it's terrible because it's cyclical. We want to pay for our education, but we don't have any way to fund our education. And then our education has no way of being funded because our universities aren't getting any money. So how can we keep getting better and better students? How can we keep getting better people in the workplace? How can we even have jobs in the first place unless we have people who are being educated and who are learning how to put out you know, a high service or a good or something that's going to benefit society, unless we're in some sort of a great educational system like we have. So ideally, the thing would be that we could create some jobs, or that we could open up the ability for our American ingenuity to really shine forward. So that students who are graduating after their 4 or 5 years of undergraduate education can actually go and get a job, or at least start something up where they don't have so much debt that they can't even start or think about where to begin with something. Because if you can't even afford housing getting out of college, how are you even going to look for a job in the first place? And so then, so many students are going on to graduate school thinking, oh man, I'll get even more education, then I'll really be able to find a job. And you still can't find a job because everyone knows you have tons of debt and everyone else has a graduate degree. So what's the value anymore of a graduate level education aside from being able to have great small talk at your local coffee shop, unless you're able to get a job, unless you're able to engage with people that are like-minded and that are also able to, you know, front the cost of it. Instead, we've got people that are finishing undergraduate, that are going on to pursue graduate studies, and then they're just drowning in debt with nowhere to go, and your average barista at your local Starbucks is carrying around an MA in English and doesn't know what to do with it. So please do something to help us. Be our sponsor. Help be that main voice that can really push for young Americans, college students, people trying to earn a decent living, and people trying to do better for the United States, trying to do something and make a difference in our community. Help fix young America, please.
Back us up. You know, student loan debt nationally is over $1 trillion. That is not going to go away by itself. And there's such a high unemployment rate. You know how many of my friends haven't been able to find jobs after college? It's ridiculous. So please just be the voice for the young people of our nation. We would really appreciate it.
Society pushes all of us to get a higher education. They want everybody to have a college degree. That's the kind of people that we want to be working the jobs in America. But for students in college, we are accumulating so much debt over the 4 years that we're undergrad, and if we go on to graduate school, you are collecting even more debt, and then you think getting this higher education, getting this degree, it's going to make you really marketable once you graduate. But the fact is, people are graduating and they're not getting jobs, and then we're stuck with all this debt. And it's hard for us to, you know, do things like buy a house, buy a car, start our own lives when we're worried about how we're paying our student debt, how we're going to find a job, and we need you to help us fix America so we can make sure that people that are graduating college are getting jobs and they're not going to be stuck with debt for years after their graduation.